In today's video, I will be showing you how to extend your row by adding stitches at the end of a regular row. So as you can see here, first I started out with a triangle of single crochets up until this point, and then I actually went ahead and added stitches here to the end of my row. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that now. Alright, so in my sample here, I have just worked a little triangle of single crochets here just by increasing at each end, and I've just worked my last row before adding those extra stitches onto the end of this row. So I'll be using foundation single crochets to extend my row here, but this technique applies with any other foundation stitch, so I could extend this with foundation double crochets, foundation half double crochets. Again, it works with any stitch really. I'm just trying to match the height of my row that I'm currently working on. So because I am using single crochets, I will then use a foundation single crochet. So after I have worked into the last stitch here of my row, I'm going to go again into the last stitch of this row here that I've just worked into, and I'm going to do a foundation single crochet into this stitch. So to do that, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, then I'm going to yarn over, pull through one. So this counts as the bottom of my foundation single crochet. Now I should have 2 loops on my hook, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. So if we turn our work and look, I've just added a foundation single crochet here. Here we can see the single crochet, and this is the bottom. Now once you've worked that first one, you can now continue working foundation single crochets as normal, so as if I was working a regular foundation row. So into the bottom of that first foundation single crochet, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2. And now I have 2 new stitches added to the end of this row. So I can go ahead and continue adding foundation single crochets, just working along my row now of foundation single crochets. And if you're not sure how to do a foundation single crochet, I have another tutorial where I go more into depth on how to work this stitch, so I'll go ahead and link that below in the description box. But yeah, I'm just going to continue in this way until I've added my desired number of stitches. So once again, this is what my work is looking like so far. And I'm actually going to go ahead and show you what it would look like if I were to work a foundation double crochet, for example. So let's imagine that I want to work a foundation double crochet here because all of these were double crochets. So if I do that, I'm still going to go into this last stitch right here. But before doing that, I'm going to yarn over, then I'm going to insert my hook there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So if you can imagine this stitch that we're working our first foundation stitch into, you can just imagine this as the bottom of another foundation stitch. So it's no different than that. Then once you've done that, you can go ahead and continue with your foundation stitches. So I'm going to redo those foundation single crochets. I'm going to add a good bunch, and then I'll come back and show you what my row looks like. Okay, so I am back with my row, and as you can see, I just continued working those foundation single crochets until I had extended my row by this many stitches. Obviously, you will just be following the pattern instructions. Here, I just wanted to show you that you can really extend this row quite far. And I'm going to take this a step further and not only show you how to add these stitches at the end of the row, but I'll show you what I do sometimes, especially in my top-down patterns, which is then form this into a round to begin working in turned rounds. So once I have finished my last stitch and I've gone ahead and counted however many the pattern tells me I need to add, I'm going to bring the first stitch of my row to my working loop, but instead of folding it in half this way with my first stitch on the right and my working loop on the left, I'm going to work kind of in an opposite way and have my first stitch that I have on the left side and my current stitch on the right side, but I'm making sure that both sides have the side that I've just worked facing me. So I don't want to have my work being like this. I want to turn my work like this. And once I've set myself up like this and made sure that my foundation row here is not twisted, because that can definitely happen. I can, in the process of adding many stitches, I can accidentally twist it. So make sure that your work is not twisting if you are doing this technique of joining in around. But once I've done that, I can go ahead and slip stitch into the first stitch of the row, and my work has now been converted into a round. So after I've done that, I can go ahead and work in turned rounds. And if for some reason, let's say that this is a top-down top, the benefit to using this method here is that you can try it on, and then let's say, you know, your top is too big, you can undo this slip stitch and undo a few foundation single crochets, and then slip stitch again and try it on. So this allows for a lot of flexibility and allows you to measure yourself as you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful.